Hello, my name is DC. I'll be giving a match analysis for Canada versus Ukraine. If you're watching this and it is uploaded, just know that it wasn't copyrighted. Just know that. Yeah, so let's get into this. Alright, so this is lovely piece of skill. He gets past him, but what I do like about the Ukrainian player, Buchanan beats him, but look what he does. He immediately tracks back. That's one thing I liked about what he did here. Then Thomas Buchanan here, deceives him as if he's gonna go this way, takes a touch that way, frees himself up more. But what I do like about the Ukrainian player is that he continues running. And I feel as if he probably, ran towards the goal, he could have kicked it out. But I know I'm overstretching, but I'm just showing the importance of running back. Even if you're beaten, even if someone gets past you, does not matter. Even if someone gets past you, they dribble you, they make you fall down, get up, chase back, at least do the basics. And then he floats in a lovely ball here. He heads it. Keeper also not keeper. The keeper doesn't save it. It's a good clearance. But now look, he assumes it's gone. He assumes it's gonna go in. He assumes it's gonna go in. He assumes it's gonna go in. Cause do you know why? Look at their foot placement. Let's draw a line here. Flat-footed completely. Flat. Look at him. He's on his toes. He knows that there's a possibility that I can reach there. And he switched on. So all of these three here all assume that the ball has gone in. This guy that's on the line, kudos to him. I know that the goal goes in, but just being there to be able to block it, you know what? That's good awareness, and that's, fighting to the very end. Hasn't gone in, I might as well do my best. And like I've noticed, since all these three are flat-footed, the Canadian player here manages to get the jump on them because he's on his toes. Oh, sorry, it wasn't. It was the player that headed the ball that got the, anyway, my bad. But these guys, they were more, how can I say, they had more spring in their step to get to that. But what I do like about the Ukrainian player, he completely chases. Here, the Ukrainian player, I think he does rush in a bit. He could have guided him down the line by that. Just reach here, don't engage, and then try to follow him all the way through. Because what he did here, he went like that. The Canadian player got past him, and then he got that extra, yard or step, stuff like that. Yeah, internet, hey. Yeah, he gets past him, floats a lovely ball, but here, boom, he gets the clearance on. And what I like is that he continues moving. All three of these players here, flat-footed. Can't really count him, not much he can do. But he should have just been on his toes just in case. And then you can even see just from the reaction, the way they follow the ball. Jonathan David, make sure he finishes the chance. Anyway, let's head on to the next chance. But kudos for number 22 to continue chasing forward, even though, what's that saying in basketball? It got posterized. You know that thing whereby you try to block someone and the person dunks on you? Yeah, at least there's that effort of trying to block. Same thing there. He got beaten past, but he continues to run. Long ball played here. Now, this chance frustrated me because look at all this open space he has. And then that. If there's one thing I understand. He has either two options. He has so many options. He can slot it past the keeper. He can go around. He can slot it past the keeper. He can go around the keeper. But if you're going to chip the ball, this is a terrible chip because it doesn't go. It doesn't usually. A sign of a good chip is that it usually goes right under the bar, because this is so low, such that the keeper doesn't even have to. He doesn't have to do that much. He can just stretch. He doesn't really have to jump. He can just stretch for it. And this is a terrible attempt by Zinchenko because I know that he can do better. Yeah, this should have been a goal. Yeah, the keeper can actually jump sideways rather than jumping upright and still get the ball. That's how you know that wasn't And this here, high line with no pressure equals a lot of problems. Zinchenko was able to run through in between the lines here. Then here, he puts it down, and then he sets it so well for a chip, but it should have gone like that. the highest point where the ball reached should have been above the net, and as it's coming down, enters the net. But unfortunately here, he just doesn't get enough height, and the keeper can deal with that pretty easily. Pretty easily. Alright, so this is another chance. And then this Buchanan, he is so athletic. So athletic how? He can take that touch. He took the touch here, and the distance he covers to chase to that ball that he's, touched, and reach it without anyone, for that. This guy is very athletic. And then what I do like is that he takes his time. But if someone is able to take their time, look up, look down, play a touch on the ball, and put out a cross, it means there is little to no pressure on that player. I understand it's on the counter, but I do feel someone could have just gotten a bit closer. It's not necessarily that they'll reach, but they'll just make him question that decision. And Jonathan David here makes a good run. He runs it here so that he makes it easier for that cross to come through. And the Ukrainian player here, I feel, does not do enough. Because look at this. That's too much space. Too much space. It's a lovely header. It's a really lovely header, but he was given way too much space to put that into the back of the net. How can you tell? But like this, what I was saying, the athleticism here. I feel he could have been running like that rather than like that. So that it was here, he's running straight. He could have just turned this so that at some point he meets him, and the person that's actually behind him gets more distance than him. That tells me that he could have reached here earlier. And now this cross here, it's the way Jonathan David gets past the Ukrainian player. If the Ukrainian player was close enough, what would have happened is that both of these guys would have headed the ball at the same time or headed each other in the head. But the fact that Jonathan David gets that slight bit of separation, this is why space in football is so. You don't need that much space to score. You don't need that much space. That's why it's so important to be touch tight, such that you're touching the player. Because if he went shoulder to shoulder with him, I don't think this goal would have been scored. But otherwise, it's a delicate header. It's a very, very delicate header. And yeah, delicate header, as I've said. Ukrainian player could have gotten a bit closer. Alright, let's head on to the next goal. Alright, so this was a mistake. Ukraine were trying to play out from the back. And I also noticed during this match, Ukraine made a lot of mistakes trying to play out the back. Let's push it back a bit. You know what? Again, yeah, somewhere here. Yeah, this is after the goal. They showed the celebration first, and they showed the replay. So this is a clear, very big mistake. He assumes he has time, but this is where you have time. But if there is a mistake, little to no margin for error, someone will immediately get the ball from you. And then this is the worst pass he could make. You're better off passing it to him. He passes it to there, and one of those passes whereby it goes back, but you maintain possession, rather than trying to play this very risky ball when someone is clearly going to block you. And yeah, that's just a silly pass to make. But what I do like about this player, he immediately follows it up. I think his name is also David. And I like this finish because he goes underneath. He goes under the keeper's legs rather than in between. He goes underneath. So that's a really good finish. Shows that he's very aware of the way the goalkeeper is going to dive and the way the goalkeeper is going to position himself. Because look at that. Flat underneath the keeper's leg. And that's a really good finish. Cool and composed. Yeah. He celebrates it lovely. So let's head on to the next action. This one, I just had to pull this up because I just love the movement here. So he holds it up a bit. And what I like here, now this is why this is a really good movement. Because he fakes this so well. And the Ukrainian player buys the sell. He buys it in bulk. Because he shapes as if he's going to shoot. And then he immediately just takes another touch. Opens that space up. He's vacated his space. There's more space for people to run into. And then these little touches here. Little touch. And as everyone is going towards the ball, everyone is following the ball here. They've left this guy unmarked in a very good position to score. And he hits the post. Oof. Yeah, but that's a really good chance because it's patience and then it's very delicate touches. Because look at that pass, and because he's trying to follow, he followed the ball rather than following the man. I think he should have followed the man because there is a good number of people to deal with it. He places this, and it's so close, but that's such a lovely attempt. Alright, so this is a set piece routine. Let's look at this. It's man to man. He has a man, he has a man, he has a man. These two, I do not know what they're doing. I would rather have someone on the post rather than him stand here for no reason. I get he's trying to get first contact in case the ball comes through there, but he does not get contact, and the ball does not go where he's standing. It instead goes slightly in behind him. Pay attention to number 15 here, because I think is the one that jumps unmarked, completely unmarked. He's able to jump, and he finishes it. So let's take a few steps back, and then we look at number 15. Alright, so number 15 is being marked right now. Number 15, he's being marked. Oh, sorry. Number 15 is being marked. Let's see what happens. Number 15, he gets off his man. So he shrugs him off and then immediately makes the run. What I've noticed with other players is that once they shrug someone off, they'll continue trying to shrug the person off, and they'll eventually keep like trying to, but him shrugs him off, immediately makes the run. The Ukrainian player by this time, nothing he can do, gets his head up, and then this is a funny situation because it's close enough, but now it's because of his athleticism, Buchanan, because he's able to spring and shoot, jump and shoot. It's a volley, and then there's nothing much he can do because like he's in the air, and anything you try to do most likely will result in a foul. But yeah, do you feel you could have slightly done better to prevent him from even like doing that? Because if he shrugs him off and then he does that thing, you put 1 foot in front or just 1 foot near the opponent, it's not going to be a foul. You just control where that leg is going to swing, and if he does jump, he hits you. Rather than, that's what happens. Otherwise, it's a really good athletic goal, acrobatic goal. And the celebration here, whoop, backflip. Yeah, that's a lovely goal. But here, that's what put your foot in front of him in case you think he's going to jump or do any of that, so that he kicks you. And then you can probably assume that you've been fouled, or you can probably tell the ref that hey, I've been fouled. But yeah, he just gives him too much. Buchanan, he's been electric this game. Alright, here's the next goal that happens. Here, it's a cross into the box. And then this is why they always advise you to shoot across goal, because he shot across goal. Keeper did save it, but now look at this 2v1. If we make a line on the post, and you make a line on this post, gap here, no one there, he's all alone unmarked. There are 2 people here that can also follow it up. So yeah, they at least made sure to commit some people forward. Just what's that thing? Playing for pride to score something. Yes, because you're not going to beat us like that. It cannot. You can beat us, but we're going to score. We're not going to let you just because of shooting across goal. Now this one, I do feel it's kind of harsh, but it is a handball. Because not here, but here, he takes a shot, it gets saved. Then here, Buchanan goes to try and deal with it. Unfortunately, he flicks it up, and then he kicks it he kicks it. I think he should have immediately taken the ball out rather than trying to play it. Just kick it out. Because if he kicked it out, it means they would have set up again for another corner rather than conceding a penalty. I know it's in close proximity, but his hand is outstretched. It's a bit harsh, but nothing much you can do there. You see that? And you see, if the decision is concise, clear, they will show you multiple replays of the decision with multiple angles. If they don't show you that, it means it's a dodgy decision. Otherwise, yeah, it's a handball, but I do feel it's a bit harsh. Zinchenko here, he has very good technical ability, because he puts it into the back, right into the corner. Yeah, but it's a bit harsh, but you know what? It happens, and might as well give Ukraine fans something to cheer about. Yeah, good pen. Good pen. Yeah, otherwise, that's been my match analysis for Canada versus Ukraine. Interesting match, tons of goal. Jonathan David, very, very good, interesting player. Otherwise, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.